Hello, my dear 8th grade students. Ողջույն իմ շատ սիրելի 8-րդցիներ. How are you? I am fine. I'm not ill. Today we are going to talk about pen pals, about pen friends, and about school. So today we are going to focus on reading. Let's remember the words that we do know. I strongly believe that you know these words, but anyway, let's repeat. Subject. So subject, for example, English and history are subjects at school. Timetable. You have your timetable, and each student, each pupil has its own timetable, or the school has, any school has its timetable. When timetable tells you the time of classes in a school, for example, it begins at 8:30 and ends at 2:15 in Armenia. Computer buff is a person who is very interested in computers and knows a lot about them. For example, Mrs. Kostanyan is a great computer buff, and she can tell anything about computers. Headmaster, we can say headmaster or we can say principal. Headmaster or principal. I often use principal, not headmaster, but you can use both headmaster or principal. Headmaster is a person who is in charge of a school, of պատասխանատու է դպրոցի համար. Formaster looks after one class. One or more classes, it depends on. As I do. I am form master of 8th A grade. Yes, 8-րդ դասարանի դասղեկն եմ. So form master is դասղեկ. Caretaker. For example, in our school, caretaker is Հարությունյան Վարդգես, who looks after the building of հոգետանում խնամում է շենքի համար. And band is a group that plays popular rather than a serious music. For example, in Armenia there is another story band which I like very much, and I like their music. So band is a group that plays popular rather than serious music. Ովքեր նվագում են ավելի շատ հայտնի, քան լուրջ երաժշտություն. Today we are going to talk about these words, and please make sentences with these words. Make sentences with subject, timetable, computer buff, headmaster or principal, form master, caretaker, band. So make up sentences with these words. It's your first task. And then you have, I cannot see the page, but anyway, it is unit 7B, and there is a letter to pen friend or pen pal. Այստեղ կա մի նամակ, նամակի ընկերոջը գրված. Read please that letter, which is from Julia, and just read and try to understand the meaning of that letter. Now my students have a lot of pen pals, pen friends from different countries, different schools, and different nations, and we very often write letters to our pen pals, pen friends. And after reading the text, please do exercise. Find the right words in Julia's letter. Just write it. And write down Julia's questions and answers them. When does your school start? And then read Julia's, by the way, Julia lives in York. York is in Great Britain, and she goes to comparative school, and she has her timetable, and you have your timetable. Please write your timetable. So you have to make դուք պետք է նախադասություններ կազմեք with subject, timetable, computer buff, handmaster or principal, form master, caretaker, a band, and then to read a letter to a pen friend. I know that kartak a letter to a pen friend. Write, Greg, find the right words in Julia's letter, and to answer the question. Again, to write, and write your timetable, and then we'll see if it is different from Julia's timetable. But what I would like you to do is to answer to my questions as: when do your lessons start? When do you have breakfast? When do you go home? How long do your lessons last? How long is your lunch break? And how many history, English, physical education lessons do you have in a week? So answer all these questions and send me your videos with that answers. And then not only answer these questions, but also say what you are good at. For example, I'm good at English. I'm not good at math. My best subject is physical education. I don't like, for example, history. So write about your school, about your day in school, and tell me when your lesson starts, when you have breakfast, when you go home, how long your lessons last, how long your lunch break is, and what you are good at, what you are not good at, what your best subject is, and what subject you don't like. This video with the answers send me. Եվ պատասխանները, վիդեոն պատասխաններով ուղարկում եք ինձ. I would like to talk about staff room. Now our school doesn't have a staff room because our school is being repaired and we don't have staff room. But last year, for example, we had staff room where teachers can sit and talk during break. I never sat and never talked during breaks because I had no enough time to sit and to talk about something. But anyway, we had staff room. Դա այսպես ասած ուսուցչանոցն է, staff room-ը. To kick. Usually our boys kick each other, but it is for example, horse. The horse kick people. For example, the horse kicked me when I tried to ride it. And we kick ball during football game. So, հարվածել, հա, ոտքով հարվածել. To kick is to hit with the foot. And to tell on, to inform against. For example, if you tell on me, I shall never tell you my secrets. So don't tell on somebody. Fair is a good word. It's an adjective which means right and honest. It describes things, thoughts, people. For example, it's a fair decision. Ազնիվ որոշում էր, ճիշտ որոշում էր. It's a fair man. Նա ազնիվ մարդ է. And to own up, to accept one's fault. Not all of you usually accept your fault, but anyway, it's a good word, it's a good thing to own up. For example, a sentence, if no one owns up, all the pupils will be kept in school after classes. Եթե ոչ ոք չընդունի մեղքը, ապա բոլոր աշակերտները կպահվեն դպրոցում, կմնան դպրոցում դասերից հետո. Please, again, make up sentences with staff room, to kick, to tell on, fair, and to own up. Կազմում եք նախադասություններ հետևյալ բառերով. Staff room, to kick, to tell on, fair, to own up. And read the football. There is a text, there is a dialogue, not text but dialogue, the football. It begins with Barbara and Jack talk. They are talking about football. Please read that dialogue and put the sentences in the right order. Start like this. 4 pupils. Այնուհետև այդ dialogue-ի երկխոսության վերջում կա վարժություն, put the sentences in the right order, նախադասությունները ճիշտ հերթականությամբ դասավորել, and start like this 4 pupils, եւ սկսում եք սրանով 4 աշակերտ եւ այլն, ճիշտ հերթականությամբ դասավորում եք. So much, thank you very much. We'll continue on Friday. It is that this task is for a week, so you have a week to do this task, to do your homework. We'll meet on Friday. See you. Bye bye.